Welcome to Ask a CFO. On this program, we ask one question from a business owner and get three perspectives from experienced CFOs. Today's question is, how should the lessons of 2020 affect my planning for 2021? Ginger?
Well, the pandemic caught us all off guard and largely unprepared for the strains on cash flow and liquidity. Cash is king, for sure. In addition to best practices for businesses of using some sort of a cash flow forecasting tool on a regular basis, I have three ideas that you might also want to consider on a go-forward basis. Try setting aside a percentage of your net cash flow in a safe and relatively liquid investment. This is, of course, easier when margins are steady and volume starts to increase. Also, obtain a line of credit or increase your line of credit with your financial institution during good times. During this pandemic, I have found that a lot of institutions have been lenient and have offered to defer payments, which has been a good thing for a lot of us. Lastly, not unlike invoices offering a discount for payment early, you might want to consider entering into a factor agreement for accounts receivable. This reduces delays in getting paid and smooths out cash flow. Reason being is the factoring company takes on that risk, if you will, of collecting those payments, and you as the business get smooth cash inflows as your AR increases. Well, listen, happy holidays, and now to you, Jim.
Ginger. 2020 certainly was a difficult year, and one of the key takeaways from my perspective was how critical it is to understand, communicate, and coordinate with both your suppliers and your customers. Many businesses have been affected by supply chain disruption. 2020 reminded us just how interconnected all of our companies are. This is particularly true for companies that are midstream in the value chain, such as manufacturers or distributors. But really the worst impacted were companies that had historically relied upon a single source for a key component or a material. The solution, that is diversifying your supply chain, is not without its own challenges, as the product quality, the reliability and delivery, and the financial stability of these new companies must be vetted. Another challenge, though, is that each company must anticipate or rapidly respond to sudden changes in demand from its key customers. Shortfalls in product delivery or excess inventory must be minimized. The ultimate lesson is that every business needs to understand, actively manage, and anticipate the impacts that come to it from its many points of value chain connection if it is to maintain effectiveness in this volatile environment. Happy holidays. Phil?
Thanks, Jim. In 2020, many businesses had to learn how to get things done with the remote workforce because at times there was no choice. As you plan for 2021, look for ways to take advantage of your new proficiency, your ability to manage a remote workforce. Revisit your growth plans. You are now less constrained by the size of your building or office space, so you may be able to scale quicker and at a lower cost. When you have a proficiency for managing remote workforce, the entire planet is your recruiting pool. Brainstorm with your team to identify ways you can tap into the brain power of the world to sharpen your business's competitive edge. Let's use what we learned in 2020 and plan for a stronger 2021. Happy New Year.